Hello, 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 and welcome back to Dream Queen by Perla. Any questions as to what it is that I do, how do I do it, services that I provide, current sales going on Patreon, and all of that fun stuff down below in the description. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to jump right into Aquarius. Aquarius, your song, Let It Rock. The verse that jumped out to me was, so you pray to God to justify the way you live a lie. So someone is either calling themselves out or calling somebody else out in regards to certain actions or certain behaviors, addictions, and things that they have. But a person feels that, depending on what religion you follow, or if you follow a religion or not, whether you call God, source, divine, universe, spirit, whatever it is that you choose to do, there are people that use religion or use God as an scapegoat. So if I do something that I know is not for my highest good, or something that I know that is intentionally going to hurt somebody else, as long as I pray about it and I say that I'm sorry, it's perfectly fine. And I'm sorry, whether to myself or to somebody else, is not enough unless my actions are actually changing, unless my behavior is actually changing. So again, this is somebody that's either calling someone else out or is calling themselves out. If this is in regards to and that can be about anything, relationship, job, career, whatever it is, an addiction to drugs, to sex, whatever it is. If this is in regards to a relationship, there is somebody that feels that the person that they are in love with is living a life with somebody else, but they are still there's somebody here that is dealing with somebody that already has a family, that is already married, that already has kids, that is in an actual commitment with somebody else, and they're using the fact that they love this person as to justify their actions and being with somebody that they know that is already married or in a commitment with somebody else. Now, that does not apply for people that are in open relationships. There are people that are in open relationships, and open relationships are completely different. But if a person is married and a person or a person is in a commitment and the other person does not know about you, that is not the same thing. So there are two people here that are seeing each other and are being together, and there's a third person that is being hurt in the process. So regardless of whether you feel that this is your person or that God brought this person in the world for you, and if the person feels the same way, then the person should go ahead and take the correct actions, which is to get out of the marriage. First of all, admit to the person that they're with that they no longer are in love with them, or they no longer want to be with them, and two, get themselves or get into the process of letting go of that situation so that they can be with you, since that is what you both desire or you both feel that is the correct thing to do. But to each his own. So let's go ahead and see what else is going on for you, Aquarius. There is a lot of demand when it comes to your attention. Just be careful, because there seems to be a pattern here of connections that do not last as long as they should. There are people within your circle that are not always truthful, that are always kind of like wearing a false mask. So just be careful with the people that you are keeping around you, or people that you're choosing to associate yourself with. Yeah, this whole thing of, the third party situation keeps on coming over, and you know honesty is always the best way to go. So both of you are being asked to be honest with yourself, and to be honest, and the person that is in a committed relationship, or the person that is in a marriage, is being asked to go ahead and excuse me, to go ahead and be honest that they no longer want to be in that marriage. and that they choose that they want to be with you, if that's the case, or vice versa if you're the one that's married or in a committed relationship. So there's going to come a period in time that if you choose not to go ahead and take accountability for your actions, when it comes to, are you working yourself? Are you stretching yourself too thin? Are you trying to do more than what you can physically do? So it's not so much about the quantity of things that you can do, but it's the quality of the things that you're doing really the best? Are you giving your 100% in everything that you are investing your time with? And if you are not, and you see that you're lacking in one end or the other, then you're being advised to reevaluate your schedule, reevaluate all the investments, or all the places and things that you're spending your time in, so that you don't fall back into patterns of kind of not being able to finish task and not being able to perform work or things with the best quality. And nagging to a person to leave the person that they're married to, or the person they're committed to, is not going to get you anywhere. If the person still feels that they still want to be married, they still want to be committed to the person that they're married to, then you have to ask yourself if this is really a situation that you want to be in, and is this really going to help you grow and evolve as a person? Because I feel that holding on to somebody that is not 100% in with you, if this is the case, then the only thing that that's doing is holding you back. Because the person can, and again, this is like, I guess for another group of you, the person cannot make up their mind. It's like they want to have their cake and eat it too. That's what a lot of people say. So just be mindful of that. There's somebody here that is very selfish. They want to have both of you, and they want you to be okay with them coming and going as they please. So Aquarius, that is all that I have for you at the moment. We're going to go ahead and we're going to pull out one tarot card for advice for the next 3 to 4 weeks. We are using the Chakra Wisdom Tarot. So I am hosting a sale because I did get new tarot cards. I got these, and then I got the Mystical Dream Tarot. Whenever I get new tarot cards, I go ahead and I host a sale. Let's go ahead and see. Aquarius, what is your advice for the next 3 to 4 weeks? We got 2 cards. We're getting greedy here, huh? So we're going to go ahead and we'll take this as 2 different groups. So we're going to do one for the group where both people want to be with each other, and the person that is married and committed needs to go ahead and come clear. And then for the person where the person that you're with that is married wants to be with you and with the other person. So when it comes to if you're dealing with somebody that is married and does not want to leave the situation, this is kind of like the energy that you are at, or how you're feeling with the Ten of Swords. But this is an opportunity for you to go ahead and release this, for you to go ahead and release and let go of this person. Because if this person is not willing to commit to you 100%, then you should not continue on staying in those energies. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to read the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords, the recovery from unavoidable defeat. The Nine of Swords indicates emotional devastations in the second chakra. Here in the third chakra, the winter of despair is slowly melting. Rejoining life may feel overwhelming, but healing has begun. The death of sorrow is never a great as the love felt. This may be the time to recover. Hit rock bottom, leave a job. Feel the pain lifting. do not rush yourself. It is more important to you to allow yourself to be than to force a plan when you may not really want to move yet. Liberation, collapse, overkill, exhaustion, depression, excessive thoughts. Reverse, rebuilding, comeback, trusting your God, feeling concerned. So just know that walking away from somebody that does not want to commit to you 100%, yes, at the beginning of the process it's going to be painful, it's going to hurt, and it's going to take some time to get back on your feet. But this is a perfect time for you to go ahead and do so. If someone is not committing to you and somebody is keeping you in a third party situation, then it is time for you to go ahead and move forward. If you are in the situation where the person that you're with is married or is in a relationship and a commitment, and they have expressed to you that they want to be with you and only you, then with this star card, I feel that that person is going to go ahead and take the necessary step to go ahead and get themselves out of their marriage, out of that commitment, regardless of what has held them in the past from leaving that connection, whether children are involved, whether property is involved, whatever it is. But that person has chosen that you are worth being with, and they are going to go ahead and leave that situation, the other situation behind. So we have the Star. Did the Fool learn from the Tower? After the events of the Tower, which have left her open and vulnerable, the Fool celebrates with a grateful heart. When she had wings, she directed the flow between two worlds. Here she is returned to earth. This fourth chakra card indicates a season of spiritual healing. Somewhere along the way, she forgot herself, but the drama of the devil and the tower have passed, and not all is lost. The heart of the star in the key indicates redemption through personal forgiveness. Mastery means being gentle. Personal healing is taking place. It is time to let others off the hook for choices you knew were not in harmony with who you have become. Keywords: beauty, sentimental values, acceptance, mental clarity from the heart, loving ideas, evolving, and wonder. And when I read this and I was looking about, yeah, it took a lot from you to become vulnerable and to, in the first place, go into a connection or being with somebody that was married and things like that. But in your heart, you felt that this was the person for you, and that's perfectly fine, to each his own. But the time of being in a connection or being in a relationship with somebody that is still married or is still with somebody else, you're no longer wanting to be in that. And it's not so much about you giving them an ultimatum, like either you leave them or God. It's like more you made the choice that you were walking away. Not because you were angry, not because you wanted them to leave the other person, but just because you couldn't do it anymore. But that in essence, at the same time, forced the other person to realize that they couldn't be without you, or they can't be without you. So they're going to go ahead and take the necessary steps to go ahead and make a clean cut when it comes to the other connection. Well, Aquarius, that is all that I have for you at the moment. As always, it has been a pleasure. Thank you for all the love and support, and I will see you guys really, really soon. Bye-bye. Take care.